Hi, good morning, guys. My name is Jessa Amrigo Delda. You have probably already seen me in some of my videos that I have posted, and it's about composition of White Jasmine, book of poetry. It's like the arrangements of all verses that I have written since March 31st. And this video, you're also probably wondering why I'm seated on the chair, because I want to also this is a video about a personal diary that I would like to share with everyone. And it's all about how I write my poetry in details. So the progression from the last video that I have posted, this is the part 2 on that video. So but before I go into details on how the techniques on how I achieve productivity on writing poetry is I would say I would like to say my acknowledgements. I would like to honor the Australian government for funding my music lifestyle. And secondly, I would like to honor and acknowledge the British government for the ownership of the English language, which I am using freely to make poetry. And then I would like to honor the British royal family for making it possible for me to experience the culture of writing poetry that they have created many years ago, as early as Roman time. And I would also like to thank YouTube for supporting my journey into writing White Jasmine. White Jasmine is advocating Beowulf. Beowulf is an English literature written about during Roman time or a little bit later than Roman time. And the base on that literature is about bravery, loyalty, love, and patriotism. And also, before I go on to the details on how I write my poetry, I would also thank all my viewers and subscribers for taking their time or spending time with me while I sing, or like taking some of their time to listen to my compositions. And I also would like to thank all of the team members of YouTube for helping me or supporting my journey into writing White Jasmine. And please also check my playlist that I have created on my channel that entails from verse 1 all the way to verse 22. And so the first, it's best that I also it's best that I give an example on how I actually do it instead of I me explaining it. So at the moment I'm writing verse 23, and verse 23 is the chord of 3503 on E, A, C, G respectively. Excuse me, guys. And then verse 23 is all about understanding. You have probably already noticed that White Jasmine, the composition of White Jasmine poetry book, is about my relationship mainly with my mom. So all chapters is all about me and my mom and my relationship with my mom. But what I'm doing different now is I integrate my experiences now, my new experiences, the people whom so I am adding an integrative aspect to my poetry. Verse 23 is going to be about understanding, which I have narrowed it down to continuity, determination, and principles. Why is it that it's continuous? It's about principles, about determination, because my mom never gets tired of looking after me since I was a newly born child, you know. So like in that way, and also principle in a way that she always drop everything that she does just to talk to me on Messenger. And it's continuous because I live in Australia permanently now. So it's like that relationship of being away from each other. It's continuous in a sense that she loves me unconditionally in that sense, you know. So like there is no, it's unconditional, you know. And then the last one is about determination and perseverance. So we persevere every day, missing each other, you know, on Messenger, just talking on Messenger, you know. And then there is also a technique, guys, that helps me achieve productivity in writing my poetry. And I also noticed this technique has made my writing of poetry or notating my poetry words a bit faster, more technical, and it gives me more time also singing or rehearsing, which is my favorite part because, guys, writing poetry for me is my passion. I enjoy the experience of singing. I enjoy the experience of projecting my words. I enjoy the expressiveness of each words. You know, I enjoy the how I enjoy the thought process and how I achieve the base, and then so I've written through us the subcategories of principles being continuous, determination, and perseverance. I narrowed it down into like a really expressive phrases of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phrases, and then I integrate my own feelings to it. So I said in my poetry, guys, I said, I close my eyes to see your determination, to be sacrificial of your own thoughts and actions, in order for me to be a better person. Even though it is difficult, you continuously and devotedly engrave your love to me. Uh, and that's and that's how I would say my poetry out loud. And the next process that I do, guys, so I've written those. The next process that I do is where I notate each words. I call it beautifying each words, guys, because I value each words, guys. Each word is like I accentuate each words because to me they are like I each words in English, guys. It's like a each word is like a jewel. You know, it's like a jewel to me because I appreciate English language. when I first came to Australia, I couldn't speak it as okay as now. So yeah, so I progressively, guys, discover technicality to how I notate now. I have this discovery of like a metaphor of a tree. In my past video, I talk about harmonic notes to my chord. Now, what I have noticed is that I can present the harmonic chord in a way, I can arrange them in a way. So the metaphor is a tree. So there is, I arrange my root notes, my branch notes, and my leaf notes. So leaf notes are the ones usually, but it doesn't have to be. It's our own choice. Which one's the leaf notes, which one's the branch notes, and which one's the root notes. So the root notes, guys, are like for example, the first line is I say, I close my eyes to see your determination. So like I feel, I want to accentuate the word close, eyes, see your, and then sacrificial, and then own thoughts. In the second phrase, in the second phrase. So and then what I do now is like so I have chosen the root words now. What I need to do now is to do the root notes. So what I do is I would repeatedly play my chord and find the harmonic notation to it. And also, guys, I also say to my root notes, or like what kind of notation, how I like it to sound. For example, like for verse 23, which I'm going to post soon, is going to be the root notes are going to be dark and sweet. The branch notes are going to be high but dark, you know. So, and the leaf notes is going to be happy but dark. So there is darkness in the notation generally, but I'm going to divide, I'm going to sort of like segregate them into like happy, high, and also sweet at the same time. So for the verse of 3503 E, A, C, G respectively, I have found I have notated all my dark sweet notation. For example, for so I would repeatedly listen to my chord, and then I would like say in the string of G, I would choose second fret. In the string of C, I would choose, in a string of E, I would choose second fret, and then, you know, arrange them in a way, that way. So it is, this is the most difficult part of how I do it, guys, because finding the harmonic notes is very, very difficult. So harmonic notes, I segregate them into sweet, happy, and dark, you know. So like for example, so I have my ukulele here. I have my ukulele here. For example, the 3503 E, A, C, G respectively. So like E, fret 2, harmonically, so it's like an arrangement, guys. So the first process is like saying I have chosen my root words and notate those, and I have arranged them. I have arranged them incrementally, you know, as I progress going towards, let's say, to the last root word. And then I would then designate to each root words. And then the same goes with branch notes, the same goes with leaf notes. The branch notes, guys, are usually like noun that starts or like adverb or like adjectives, you know. So for example, I say I close my eyes, my branch notes is I, and my branch notes is another branch note is my. So in summary, guys, finding the leaf notes, branch notes, and root notes, it must be that the words accordingly to this metaphor must be chosen first on the poetry, and it has to be arranged. And how I do it is I arrange them incrementally, and I also add like happy, that sense of happy, high, and sweet on the notation. And I also sound my voice the way if it's happy or if it's sweet, you know. Also that way. And leaf notes, guys, in general are the last words to each phrases generally, but it doesn't have to be. It's our own choice which ones are gonna be our root words to notate, our branch words to notate, and our leaf words to notate. So it's all gonna be up to us. I'm sharing you the technique because it's faster, and I noticed that I am having a nicer, longer, more experience with poetry, and I really enjoy it. And I really love it, guys. I really love poetry. It's my passion. English has always been my favorite language, or like my favorite subject at school. Yeah, so and the last part that I also want to talk about is the notation. This also There's also the part where I also use connector notes. For example, to my root notes, I would use a connector note. So for example, I would say E fret 6 for the word I would say E fret 6, C fret 5, and E fret 2. I would use 3 notation for I. You know what I mean, guys? You know what, guys, all of us are really amazing. All of us are amazing and very artistic. We just need to unleash that part of us, you know. I don't actually know how to do it, but because when I like something, I spend lots of time with it, you know. Because when I like something, I have it as like as an experience, you know. And I love having experiences. So like each verse is like an experience for me, in a way that I spend hours with it, you know. Yeah, that's how I do it. So that technicality, guys, is it sort of like it's like the last process, and the notation. So like I would have to sing. So like for the word I would have to. So like for the it's just the way I am as a person. I like to sort of sound that way, you know. And then for like close, I would use G, string of G fret 2. I would go, so I close. So I would say, close my eyes. So like the word eyes, I use E2, E fret 2. So like and I did not just randomly choose that, guys. I arranged them incrementally, and then I add my voice. I add the sweetness, the darkness, the happiness, yeah, and. And the last part that I also want to talk about, guys, which is really important in writing poetry, guys, is always rehearse. Rehearse and experience that really, really amazing culture that is freely available to all of us. It's really amazing. So, yeah, I have also help. You can also comment below the details, more details on how I notate as well. You can ask me. You can ask me lots of questions, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready to answer. Uh, so like, for example, like, how do I use connector notes? So like my connector notes for I is so E6, C5, E2. My connector note is C5. So like instead of me going I go you know what I mean? So like I have that notation in between. I call it connector notes. Yeah, so I hope I also help. Yeah, please check my playlist that I have. That YouTube has arranged, and it's really, really nice of them to do that for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys for next time. Bye.